national anthem. The officials for tonight's game have been selected and assigned according to the procedures of the TSSAA. Their experience and integrity qualify them to ensure fair play, accurate scoring, and proper conduct in tonight's game. They are Karen Beard, Edward Tidwell, and Michael Woods. Your clock operator is Jerome Bagwell. Your scorekeeper is William Elliott. And now, let's meet tonight's starting five lineups. First up, for Friendship Christian Lady Commanders. Number 1, Sydney McCormick. Number 5, Savannah Craighead. Number 10, Ashley Pittman. Number 11, Autumn Groves. And number 15, Haley Pittman. And now, your starting lineup for the USN Tigers. At guard, number 4, Olivia Dawson. At forward, the junior, number 25, Amara Pay. And guard, the senior, number 20, Courtney Ryan. And guard, the senior, number 30, Madeline Baxter. For the senior, number 13, Mary Sophia Wright. Tonight's head coach for USN is D. Davis. Assistant coaches, Anita Pope and Michelle Booker.
No missing! And a pleasure to join you tonight. I'm Jackson Jaffe in the booth along with Coach Scouten. I'm filling in for Dr. Fitz for the first quarter as he is currently emceeing a math competition, but we're still nonetheless excited to provide you with a night of senior night Tiger basketball, starting with the girls. Mary Sophia on the tip, 3 seniors in the game, Courtney Rabb, Mary Sophia Reich, and Madeline Baxter in the starting lineup for the Tigers as we await the tip-off.
I can't believe Fitz would prioritize math over the jump ball.
Well, it seems as a math teacher, he has his priorities, but I know he's disappointed that he can't be here.
Madeline Baxter, and she's substituted by number 35, Kaya Smith.
Nice moment there for Madeline Baxter, who is not able to play medically, so nice for her to get in on senior night and be a part of the fun for the seniors.
It is, and she's a hard worker, so it's good to see her on the court. So opening possession, Kaya Smith will put it in for the first 2 points of the game, scoring on the left-handed layup. Taking the ball up the court are the Commanders. Passes inside, that pass off the hands of Sydney McCormick, the 6-foot power forward. So Mary Sophia will throw it in.
Great to have Kaya back after being away for sickness. I think everybody in the high school is probably taking their turn.
Yeah, a lot of people out lately. Big flu epidemic. And Payne misses right there. And that's going to go to the Lady Commanders, to the objections of head coach Dee Davis.
Amara quickly to point out that she actually did hit the ball.
So the Lady Commanders passing the ball up. This is number 10, Ashley Pittman at the top. Pittman passes over to Haley Pittman, a sister duo. Back and forth, and Pittman takes the three. That's off, rebounded by Haley Pittman. Back to Ashley Pittman. Over to Craighead, inside. And they'll go back out. Pittman swatted but fouled by Kaya Smith.
Tough call.
Shooting foul called against the Tigers. Kaya Smith is charged with a foul. That's her first personal foul, team first.
So she'll go to the line for 2.
Commanders is number 10.
And Ashlyn Pittman sinks the first free throw for the Lady Commanders to put their first points on the board. And she sinks the second one to tie the game at 2 apiece. Kaya Smith throws it into Olivia Dossett.
Dossett running the point today for the Tigers. A little bit different role for her. She's played it at times throughout the season, but probably going to handle the ball quite a bit tonight for USN.
Yeah, and she's shown a great ability to handle the ball as that primary ball handler, so it'll be nice to see her in a feature role. And she makes the pass to Kaya Smith. Smith goes inside to Reich, back out to Smith, and back out to Dossett. Looking for options. She drives left, uses Amara Payne as a screen. Kaya Smith to Courtney Rabb. Courtney over to Amara. Amara driving right. She's quickly doubled. And the pass is almost stolen, but Dossett gets the ball, and it takes a lucky roll to put the Tigers up 4-2.
We call that the friendly home roll. Touch on the glass.
A lucky roll for the Tigers, but on the other end, Sydney McCormick will knot the game right back up with a layup on the right side. Dossett goes to Rabb, and that pass was swiped, but Courtney is undeterred. She passes inside to Payne. Payne to Dossett. Dossett. Double screen, high screen. Doesn't use it, but uses Amara Payne's screen, and then goes inside to Payne, who is called for the travel.
Violation called against USN.
A little shuffle there from
Friendship
Payne.
Christian basketball.
Yeah, tough call, but I think it was the right one. So Pittman will take it up the court after the handoff from her sister Haley Pittman to senior guards. Pittman goes to Craighead. Craighead over to Pittman. 4-3. Off the mark. Inside to Groves. Back out Pittman to Pittman. Back to Pittman. Dossett with a nice steal.
Nice
She's heading the fast break and is fouled on the way up, but takes a hard hit to the ground.
Shooting foul is called against Friendship Christian.
Nice rip there by Olivia to start the break for the Tigers.
And Coach Scouten, she's an extremely tough player. We saw her take another tumble last night where a player hit her and her legs came out from underneath. But she gets up and keeps playing.
Nails the first free throw. Pretty steady free throw shooter as well, so nice to see her getting to the basket, getting those early fouls.
And a quiet crowd allows Dossett to sink the second free throw. Pittman will bring the ball up the court, goes to Groves, over to Craighead, back to Groves. Groves inside, and a nice move. Up and under. Kaya Smith for 2 points to knot it at 6 apiece. Right goes to Rab. And Courtney bringing the ball up the court. She's got time. She's pressured quickly. And Rab can't find anything. Goes to Payne. Payne looks for a pass. Struggles to find one. Finally finds Mary Sophia. Mary Sophia drives. She does a spin move. Inside. Off the mark, but gets her own rebound off the tip pass and attempts the left-handed layup. And that's going to be a foul called on the Lady Commanders.
Savannah Craighead charging the foul, her first personal foul, team second. At the line for the Tigers, number 13, Mary Sophia Wright, shooting 2.
So Craighead picks up the foul, Mary Sophia to the line. And the first one is off the rim to the right. Attempting her second free throw. And that one is good for the senior, Mary Sophia. As Pittman to Pittman to Pittman. To Craighead, back to Pittman. To Craighead. Over to Groves, back to Pittman. And a foul, travel called on number 10, Ashlyn Pittman.
Kind of surprised her there with the pressure. The defense caught her off guard a little bit, and she took an extra little step.
Yeah, and the Tigers have been great pressing the ball all year, so it's good to see them on their game tonight. So Dossett dribbles with a nice crossover, but Pittman is undeterred, goes to Rab. Pittman once again undeterred, goes finally inside to Mary Sophia, and a nice up and under. She wove through the defense and hit a finger roll finish on the left block to put the Tigers up 9-6. And the Lady Commanders will hope to answer. Groves drives outside Pittman, almost overthrown, but Pittman hung on to it. And this is Craighead. And the pass is stolen by Amara, and it's stolen right back and up in the air. Errant pass right there by Amara Payne, hoping to start the fast break.
Yeah,
Here's Pittman.
Payne usually good at passing the break on those situations. Just a tough decision there to turn the ball over.
But we get the ball right back. Mary Sophia with the rebound after the missed shot by Pittman, and they'll go inside to Payne, to Smith. Double team, but she goes up anyways and is fouled on the way up by number 1, Sydney McCormick.
Amara's got that great vision. Finds Kaya on the backside. The next level for Kaya in her game, being a year younger than Amara, is seeing that Mary Sophia was open on the backside block right after she received that pass. But she'll get a chance to put these in.
And a quiet crowd. But Kaya Smith's first one is off the mark. And we know that they have another great passing big post player down low in Amara Payne, who has great passing skills and great vision as a post player.
Absolutely.
So Kaya Smith for her second attempt. And she misses that one. It's going to be called out on Courtney,
Into the game for the Tigers,
which will give the Lady Commanders the ball.
Tigers going with a little smaller lineup here now, with Burgess subbing in for Kaya Smith. So we'll have 3 guards on the court and just 2 post players with Mary Sophia and Amara.
We'll see if the change helps the Tigers extend their lead. This is number 44, Rachel Pippin, in the game. And that pass is going to be Lady Commander's ball. Pippin will throw the ball in, finds Pittman. Pittman to Groves. Inside, outside Pittman for 3. Off the mark, Pippin with the rebound.
Pittman relying on those 3s early, and they're not falling at all.
Violation against Friendship Christian, USN Hall.
A lot of alliteration with the names from this Lady Commanders team.
Gotta love that. Good English student like yourself. Nice pass from Amara.
Mary Sophia.
Nice find inside by Amara Payne, finding Mary Sophia Reich to extend the Tigers' lead to 5.
That's their first.
So Coach Scouten, during the break, Tigers are up by 5. What do you think they need to do to extend their lead?
I think the defensive pressure has been great so far. I think they just need to keep turning the ball over and giving themselves opportunities at the other end. Getting the ball inside so far has worked really well for the girls, and they've gotten a little bit of foul trouble on Friendship Christian. Only 3 fouls so far in the first quarter, but they're going to the basket, which is getting them easy opportunities at the free throw line. So keep the pressure up, keep getting to the basket.
So we'll see if the Tigers will follow Coach Scouten's philosophy. Coach Scouten, a respected coach in his own field, head coach of the USN boys lacrosse team. And some water on the court. A brief break in action. As the two coaches have a laugh.
Yeah, the head coach for Friendship Christian used to be our boys basketball assistant coach here. So he was here for about 4 years, knows USN well.
Mary Sophia converts inside for another bucket. And that one's stolen, swiped by Mary Sophia. She's driving the ball up the court. She slows it down over to Burgess, inside Payne, a forced pass. But Burgess, and she goes tumbling into the bleachers. This is Groves. Outside Pittman for 3, no good. Pittman with the rebound. And this is Groves, who is going to be ruled for the travel.
Third traveling violation already tonight on Friendship Christian. They look a little tight, maybe a little nervous. I'm not sure. They got a big win earlier this week against Goodpasture, and this might be a little bit of an oversight for them, having coming off that big win. But Tigers played them tight and only lost by 3 on the road.
So Brooke Burgess will bring the ball up the court. Here's Mary Sophia inside to Courtney. She mishandled the pass, but got a hold of it, and here's Payne. Payne drives, pass to Burgess. Now she drives for the layup. She's no call there. That's going to be Lady Commander's ball. Here's Pittman, bringing the ball up the court. She drives.
A long way to get in those calls if Brooke would get a little bit of contact when she makes that move to the basket. She kind of fades away, and referees aren't just going to give you that call.
So Pittman drives inside. That's off. But the Lady Commanders get the rebound. And as time expires, that one's off by Haley Pittman.
Not by much. That was close. Sometimes those last-second shots, the bank is open. Tonight, the bank is closed.
The bank is sometimes open. So during the break,
Senior night for the USN Tigers. So be sure to stick with us after the girls' game to introduce your seniors.
So during the break, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors. First off, a longtime sponsor in the USN Broadcasting Group, Gertner & Co., with excellence in property management since 1968. Coach Scouten, 50 years is a long time of excellence in property management.
I wouldn't know, but I would assume that would mean yes.
And we'd also like to remind you to, if you like our broadcasts, to subscribe to our channel and turn on push notifications so you know when our streams go live. This is imperative coming down playoff time, where the Tigers, both Tigers teams will be involved in some playoff action. We'll be sure to get you some of those games. You will not miss any Tigers action as they finish off their seasons. And the Tigers finish out the timeouts. Excuse me, quarter. Coach Scouten always there to correct me, whether it's my footwork or my language.
Usually your footwork.
So Pittman inside, unaware of Coach Scouten's mean comments in the booth. And Pittman goes over to number 33, Hannah Alexander. She can't find anybody, but she goes back to Pittman, who's been the star of this game, touching the ball a lot early, but she turns it over there.
Substitution being made for USN.
Smith back into the game.
Kaya Smith.
A little bit more. This is probably one of the more potent offenses for the Tigers on the court right now. Courtney Rabb, not much of a scorer. Obviously tenacious on defense, but everybody else on the court right now can put the ball in the basket for the Tigers.
And Dossett was pressured. She drives left, can't find anybody. She's pressured again. Here's Burgess. Burgess to Reich. Reich drives inside. The right-handed finish on the left side is good.
It's a big night so far for the senior.
She's playing well, and we saw Amara Payne play really well on Tuesday night, so it's good to see a lot of the Tigers playing well, and their ability to have multiple players that can take over the game is a great factor for the team. And that ball's off the foot of Pittman. This is stolen by Alexander. She drives and goes inside to Pittman, who doesn't hang on to it, but she finally gets a hold of it. Pittman, Alexander, Pittman. And that pass is stolen by Olivia Dossett. She's driving for the lefty finish. It's good to stretch the Tiger lead to 17-6, an 11-point lead with about 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
The Tigers right back to the game plan. Turn the ball over and get to the basket.
Tigers dominating the flow of the game so far, holding the Lady Commanders to just 6 points. As we see the student section bolster itself with some new arrivals. Here's Mary Sophia. That pass is juggled by Kaya Smith, but Mary Sophia got it back, and she put it in with the lefty layup, but there is going to be a foul on Friendship Christian. So McCormick picks it up. Burgess goes inside to Payne, back to Burgess. A three-point attempt is off the mark, but Mary Sophia almost got the rebound. It goes to the Lady Commanders. Stokes and Groves.
Picked up the foul. USN struggled to get back in transition.
First personal foul. Team second. Substitution for the Lady Commanders entering the game is number 5, Savannah Craighead.
So back to the Pittman and Pittman game.
Pittman and Pittman have been a story tonight. They've touched the ball a lot for the Lady Commanders. And speaking of touching the ball, Mary Sophia got a lot of hand on it right there, but she's going to be called for the foul.
Got a little bit of body. Referee called the contact.
First personal, team third.
So here's Pittman. Haley Pittman. First one goes off the back iron. Second one gets the lucky roll.
Referee getting an earful there from Coach Davis. Almost missed the substitution for the Tigers, but they'll get it after the made free throw.
So Courtney checks in. Burgess goes to Courtney. Courtney called for the double dribble.
Double dribble violation called against USN. Friendship Christian basketball.
And here's Pittman pressed tightly by Courtney. Pittman over to her sister. Back to Pittman. This is in the corner. Craighead, and then finally inside to Autumn Groves, who's going to be fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line for 2.
Kaya Smith is charged with a foul. That's her second personal foul.
Smith picks up her second. That's one of the downfalls for the Tigers on the years when the post players get in foul trouble. Hopefully they can stay out of trouble beyond this.
Yeah, and we know that they don't have the deepest roster. Not a lot of players, so it's imperative that their post players don't get into too much foul trouble so that they can stay in the game. Here's Courtney. She's looking for a pass. She goes to Burgess. Back out to Dossett. Inside, Dossett, beautiful cut, and finishes with the right-handed layup.
Nice give and go there from the Tigers.
Great cut. She faked out the defender, and Amara Payne made a great pass to lead Olivia Dossett to the basket. Pittman to Pittman. Inside, that's Groves. And she missed the pass to McCormick, but it's off the foot of the Tigers.
That's a bigger basket. Remember this point, 19-9, 4:31 left in the second quarter. This could be a momentum thing. The Tigers were a little bit tight on offense, and we'll see if that defensive pressure had dropped a little bit. Friendship looked like they were starting to gain some momentum, but that basket could be pivotal for the Tigers.
So the timeout is called here. And during the break, we'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, Steve Gorman on Steve Gorman Sports on Fox Sports Radio. Listen Monday through Friday on the iHeartRadio app from 5 to 7 p.m. Quite honestly, as we always tell you, the greatest live sports show in the world. No exaggeration. Connell would say it the same way. And the inside pass, Pittman on the wing. She takes the two. That one was a little far off. And it's going to go to the Tigers.
Rab is doing a fantastic job on her. She's an all-district, all-region player coming back from last year, and Rab is so far shutting her down tonight.
So here's Burgess. Passes to Dossett. Back to Burgess. Over to Rab. Rab finds Burgess on the cut. They'll go inside to Kaya Smith. Lefty layup is good. Kaya Smith converts on the left-handed layup to increase the Tigers' lead to 12 with 4 minutes here left in the second quarter. Pittman inside. Fouled on the layup is Sydney McCormick, fouled by Amara Payne. The Tigers' fifth foul.
Amara Payne is charged with a foul, her first personal foul, team fifth.
So Amara picking up her first personal foul of the day. She's stayed out of foul trouble, but you don't want to see a trend. And McCormick nails the first one. With a substitution, the senior Mary Sophia Reich checking into the game. And sinking, and that one hit the back.
I just adjusted the safety wire on the top of the basket there. That one may be a doozy.
Coach Scouten, you're always impressing me with your vocabulary. So Burgess bringing the ball up the court. She calls out a play, double screen, doesn't take it, but she does take a three, and she nails it. To increase the Tigers' lead to 14.
With the shake and bake.
The shake and bake, as the announcer calls it. Beautiful phraseology.
Rab picks up the foul there.
Her first personal foul, team six. Friendship Christian basketball out of bounds.
Friendship one away from the bonus here, so Tigers don't need to foul anymore. Give away 3 points when they've got the game going well in their favor.
So here's Pittman inside. She takes the two. That's no good. Rebound Amara Payne. Payne goes to Burgess. Burgess pushing the ball. She'll wait for her teammates as she had a daunting 1-on-5, but she'll go inside to Payne. Payne for the lay-in. She's got it. Stretching this Tiger lead to 16 as they look to be gathering momentum and almost get the steal. Pittman rebounds, though.
Payne just muscled that one straight in. That was beauty.
And Pittman. McCormick's going to be fouled after the pass from Pittman.
Foul call against USN. Mary Sophia Reich is charged with the foul.
So Mary Sophia picks up the foul. Here's McCormick to the line.
At the line is
that's her second. Now you've got Kaya Smith and Mary Sophia Reich with 2 fouls. The Tigers look like they're going to go a little smaller.
So Sydney Neal checking in for Mara Payne. Olivia Dossett in for Brooke Burgess as the Tigers go with a somewhat smaller lineup. McCormick's second free throw hits nothing but net. So Mary Sophia will throw it in. She passes to Dossett. Again, just a hair under 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Dossett.
Tigers up 15 with 2:44 left in the game, in the half.
Kaya Smith finishes on the lay-in. And Groves over to Pittman. She's open, takes a three. That one's good. She was left wide open there and made the Tigers pay. Here's Dossett. She brings the ball up the court, passes to Neal. Neal inside. Kaya Smith. She posts up the defender and lays it in, beating Sydney McCormick and increasing the lead to 16. There's a call on the floor, I believe. And McCormick's called for the foul.
Yeah, I got a little frustrated there after Kaya made the basket.
Sydney McCormick charged with a foul, her second personal foul.
Gave her a little bit of a push, so the Tigers get the ball back.
Basketball to inbound.
So the foul was called on the floor. The officials still debating over whether this one, what the call is going to be. I think it's going to still stay on the floor. So Dossett will throw it in. Tigers granted another possession by virtue of a poor foul by McCormick. Mary Sophia inside, outside to Neal. Had it swiped, but Rapp came up with it. Here's Neal. She takes the running two-pointer. That's no good. Rebound by McCormick. Here's Groves bringing up the court. Groves drives. Can't find anybody. A long court pass to Pittman, who's open for three, and that's no good, but Groves gets the rebound. Groves back inside. Tries to go for the up and under, but she doesn't get it. That one's going to be out.
Kicked out of bounds there by the Lady Commanders. Payne checking back in for the Tigers here. Getting Kaya Smith, who just did some great work on the offensive end, but sits with 2 fouls at 1:36 left in the second quarter.
So the Tigers with 7 fouls themselves, and again, that puts them in the bonus with a little under 1:30 left in the second quarter. And Amara Payne with a great find to Mary Sophia Reich for the two-pointer. And that is another point for her on the board, increasing her totals to a monster stat line here in the first half. And that pass is inside off the line, but getting it to go on the second attempt is Rachel Pippin, the sophomore power forward. This one's inside. Dossett.
There's 1 minute remaining in the period.
Coach Scouten always on cue with some excellent announcing. Dossett inside to Payne. Payne inside and just missed Dossett. A little too far on the pass. That one's going to go in the books as a turnover. But we'll also go into the books with a nice Tiger lead, barring any unforeseen changes. Hopefully I don't do the old announcer's jinx. I've been known to do it before. This goes inside to McCormick, and that one is nowhere near the basket. Goes off the backboard, but there's a foul.
Shooting foul called against USN.
It's going to be called against Amara Payne.
Her second personal foul, team 8.
Picking up her second personal foul in the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. McCormick to the line. She's been great at the line so far, converting all of her attempts. She hits that one, hitting nothing but net. Hopefully she'll continue to hit all of her attempts. And I use the announcer's jinx to my advantage. Pittman came away with it. There's a foul on the floor.
Sydney Neal charged with the foul, her first personal.
So Neal's going to be called for the shooting foul.
Tigers, again, getting in their own way right now. Having a great game going and putting the Commanders back on the line again.
So, excuse me, that was not a shooting foul. That was still on the floor. But since the Tigers' defense, since Friendship Christian's in the bonus, they'll shoot the second one, and that's good. Cutting the lead to 12. Here's Dossett bringing the ball up the court. They can hold for the final shot if they wish. Dossett screened by Payne. And that one almost swiped, but Dossett got the rebound. She takes a 2. That one's no good. Rebound Amara, and 1. Using that momentum and getting inside. She'll get the and 1 opportunity.
Rachel Pippin charged with a foul, her first personal foul. Team 6.
So the 6th foul of the game for the Lady Commanders. Here's Payne, sinks the first one, increasing the lead to 17.
Payne with the old-fashioned three-point play right there.
And the last shot of the game will go to Pittman. Didn't get it off. She got it in, but she didn't get it off.
That's the end of the second quarter.
So we'll wrap up your second quarter. 35-19 USN leads by a commanding 16-point lead, no pun intended. And Coach Scouten, we've seen the Tigers play a very good game of basketball. What's worked for them tonight?
This is probably the best game and a half of basketball I've ever seen USN girls basketball play. Going back to Tuesday night's game against Clarksville Academy, I thought they moved the ball very well all night long, and we just continued to get the ball to the basket, turned over the Cougars of Clarksville Academy efficiently all night, and they're doing the same exact thing here tonight. 35 points at halftime. Our boys didn't even score this the other night, so the girls are just moving the ball really well, putting the pressure on, turning the ball over, and making sure that Friendship Christian is anything but friendly and comfortable here in the gym. So the Tigers doing a great job of just putting the pressure on and getting to the basket, converting easy layups, and finishing at the free throw line.
All right, so leaving you for about 10 minutes. We'll be back. I'll be replaced by Dr. Justin Fitzpatrick, who is joining us after his emceeing event at MBA, a dedicated math teacher, a fantastic person. I'm sure he'll be there with you for the second half and provide excellent commentary. I'm Jackson Joffe for Coach Scouten, signing off briefly. We'll be back in about 8 minutes.
Welcome back to Sperling for the second half of tonight's girls' game. The USN Tigers lead Friendship Christian 35-19. Tigers have the opening possession of the second half. And it's Brooke Burgess getting it down low to Amara. She kicks it back out to Brooke. Brooke drives. Drops it off to Mary Sophia. She attacks the basket, gives it to Amara. Back to Mary Sophia, lays it up and in.
Mary Sophia.
Nice little passing back and forth between Amara and Mary Sophia. Good passing resulted in an easy Tiger bucket. We got a foul right here on Amara. She was a little bit out of position.
Blocking foul call against USN.
And that led to the foul call against Amara. Tigers leading by 18, but Amara, who has played quite well tonight, now has a third foul. She'll have to be careful going forward. Pittman brings it forward for the Lady Commanders. Craighead gives it back to Pittman. Now down low to Groves. Back out. Contemplates a three, passes it over to Ashlyn Pittman. Over to her sister Haley. Now down low. McCormick lays it up and in. Nice little entry pass there. Got a layup. Friendship Christian cuts their deficit back to 16, the margin that it was at the halftime break. Brooke calls out the offense for USN. She drives right. Amara has a host of defenders around her. Kaya's going to attack the basket, layup with the left hand, too strong. Amara has the rebound, puts it on the floor. Dawson on the baseline, back to Payne. Strong right hand move. Lays it up and in. And USN restores its lead to 18, 39-21, with 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Friendship Christian breaks the pressure. Pittman launches a three, too strong. Dawson with a nice rebound, but she couldn't control it. Pittman got it back. She attacks the basket, goes around Kaya Smith, but can't finish. And Amara has the rebound. She's being harassed in the backcourt, gets it over to Brooke. Tigers now attacking the basket. Dawson, right hand layup's good. So the Tigers are picking up right where they left off in the first half. Their lead is 20, and they look to continue to extend that lead as they continue to pressure in the backcourt.
Hey there, Fitz. How was the math contest?
Math contest was excellent. The Tigers represented themselves well, as they always do. I don't suppose this would fall under something that could be posted in the USN Sports Twitter, the math contest results, but
they are mathletes.
They are mathletes. They compete as hard as the basketball players, I assure you of that.
Well, if you give me something tweet-worthy, I will tweet it.
Noted. Burgess launches a three off the right side of the rim, no good. Tigers fighting for the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it to the Commanders. Now, we've got a very special night here tonight, as you're no doubt aware. It's senior night here at USN. Coach Scott, what's senior night like for you, both as an AD and also as a coach on the lacrosse team?
Well, as an AD, it's just a great moment to see all the other sports seniors recognized the duration of their commitment at their given sport. A lot of hard work, a lot of time, a lot of effort and energy go into that. It's a great moment for the parents as well, just to see their kids being recognized in that way. Regardless of the amount of time that they actually get on the court or on the field or in that sport, they're equally recognized among their peers at senior night.
It's a special night to be sure. Now the Tigers are in a little bit of trouble here. Amara, Kaya Smith, and Mary Sophia all have 3 fouls. And they're all playing quite well tonight, and certainly, as we're all aware, very valuable interior post players. We need them in the game.
Substitution made for USN.
Kaya will get a rest as Courtney Rabb checks in, with the Tigers leading 41-23 and 4 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the third. Brooke brings it up the left side, finds Courtney on the baseline. Amara's looking to get to the block to post up. Courtney can't find a passing lane. Now she does. Amara spins left and she's fouled from behind. Nice little move by Amara. Got away from the defender, but a help defender came over and committed a foul.
Her third personal foul. Team first.
So Amara will shoot 2.
For the Tigers, shooting 2.
First one is perfect. 42-23 USN. Friendship substitutes. Pippin checks into the game.
Even with the foul trouble that the Tigers are in right now, the name of the game has got to be defensive pressure, turning the ball over, and get into the basket.
Good call there, Coach. If the Tigers can get some steals out of this press, the Commanders won't even threaten the players who have the foul trouble. Oh, but that's going to be Amara's fourth.
Fouls called against USN.
Coach Davis promptly to her feet to get Jordan Sheets up off the bench. She reports to the scorer's table. Still 12 and a half minutes of basketball left here. A long way to go, and this is a very dangerous Commander team. Pippin converts the first free throw. 43-24 USN. Amara gets a rest.
Sheets brings a different element to this lineup now with a dangerous three-point shot. Left alone, she could really do some damage to this Commanders team when they think they've got the right moment to take control.
Let's see who the Tigers go to on offense here with their two biggest players off the floor. Dawson kicks it to Rab on the baseline. She tries a three, short. Rebound taken away by Mary Sophia, but she lost it out of bounds. It was an excellent play to get it away, but couldn't hang on. And so the Commanders get it back, trailing by 18, 43-25.
Mary Sophia had 11 to lead the Tigers at halftime. Having a great night on senior night. Just got a little excited there, wide open in front of the basket.
So the Commanders have it back. They work it around the perimeter. It's Pittman, the point guard, gets it over to her sister Haley, launches a three-pointer, no good. Tigers can't get the rebound. Dawson defending against Groves. Groves gets to the basket, layup, no good. It's knocked away from Mary Sophia, and it's kicked out of bounds. Friendship wanted a foul there, and it was a close one.
Can't blame them.
Yeah, but no call.
To our advantage.
Certainly, that would have been 4 on Mary Sophia. Dossett handling the ball for the moment, gives it over to Brooke, and the Tigers advance into the front court, leading by 18. First, a little give and go to Mary Sophia, and they're going to get her for traveling.
Traveling violation against USN.
It's a turnover, and the Tiger lead remains 18.
Basketball.
Pittman looks over to the coach for Friendship to get the play. She conveys the message to her teammates, and the play is set into motion. The Commanders report to the blocks, looking to post up against the smaller Tiger defense. Help defense surrounds, attacks Groves, the driving guard. It freed Pippin for a layup chance, but she couldn't convert. Tigers got the rebound, and they draw a foul against Friendship.
Savannah Craig charged with the foul.
I think the entire parent support group behind the home bench yelled foul in unison on that one.
The parent support group is always very generous in their willingness to help the officials in the event that they need help. Burgess couldn't quite convert the layup, made a nice attack in the basket there, but she was unable to convert and then committed a foul on the rebound. So the Tigers very quickly have 5 fouls here in the second half. Still 2:50 remaining in the third quarter. Pippin calls out the play. Dawson nearly with a steal. It's out of bounds off her. Friendship will keep it. Pittman looks to inbound. Throws it into Ashlyn Pittman. She drives left, spins right. Working on Courtney. Courtney has her very well defended all the way. Pittman attacking. Great defense by USN. Can't make the layup, but they can't get the rebound. Putback hit the underside of the backboard, and Mary Sophia comes away with it. She dribbles forward, and she's tied up. So it's a jump ball. USN will keep it.
Substitution made for
Kaya Smith checks back in. She's got 3 fouls, and will replace Mary Sophia, who has 3 fouls as well. Great to see the student support tonight for the girls' game. Generally, the girls' games, unfortunately, are a little less well attended than they are tonight. But we got a lot of USN students over there holding up signs, supporting the beloved seniors.
Rachel Pippin is charged with the foul. It's her second personal foul.
Another foul on Friendship. Tiger basketball. 43-25 is the USN lead,
USN
with 2:18 left in the third. Burgess sets the offense into motion. Kaya's posting up. They can't quite find her. Brooke now with the ball at the left wing, gets it to Dawson, top of the circle, over to Courtney. Back side, skip past the Sheets, 18-footer from the baseline, no good. Courtney has the rebound. Dribbles it back out. Picks up the dribble, in a little bit of trouble here. Can she get rid of it? She can.
Timeout called USN.
It's a timeout for USN.
That's their first.
Looked like they might have been about to turn it over there, Coach, but it was a wise decision by Coach T to get the 30-second timeout.
Yeah, friendly referee standing right in front of her. Easy to get that one. Keep possession with the Tigers. Up 18 right now with 1:51 left. I think Coach Davis is hoping that the Tigers can just maintain this lead and get into the fourth quarter unscathed anymore on as they are on the foul count.
That's the only thing that could prevent them from winning this game is a couple of foul outs. They must guard against that at all costs, and Coach D doing a masterful job as she always does, trying to preserve the players who are in a little bit of foul trouble. A little bit clumsy on the dribble handoff, but Brooke has it. Back to Sheets in the corner. Sheets gives it back to Burgess. Swings it over to Rab. Now Dawson has it on the baseline. Tries to get it over to Brooke. Pass just did get there. 5 count is on. Brooke gets it away to Sheets. Sheets over to Rab. Kaya continues to look the post. Tigers can't get it down to her. Courtney now gives it to Brooke. Brooke over to Dawson. Dawson with a little crossover. Nice move. Kick out to Sheets. She tries a long two. It's good. Excellent possession there for the Tigers. They ran a good 30 seconds of clock. They moved the ball well, and Sheets knocked down a baseline two to extend the USN lead back to 20. Tigers struggling a little bit on the defensive glass, but the ball came loose and Courtney Rabb came away with it. She gives it over to Dawson, and the Tigers are in no rush here as the clock is under 1 minute. Now they've given Sheets a 3 for the last shot. It was pretty clear from up here that she was comfortably inside the 3-point line. We'll see if they edit it. Scoreboard showing 46-25 as Sheets launches another 3. It spins out, and they're going to get Kaya Smith over the back. That's her fourth. Coach Davis weighs her options as she examines the players sitting on the bench. Neha Sagi is up from the far end of the bench and reports to the scorer's table.
The official just corrected the official scorebook of the Tigers, and that will now be a 2 for Jordan Sheets, putting the lead back to 20 for the Tigers.
Yes, rightly so. We can see it clearly from up here. So Friendship moves into the offensive end as the clock winds towards 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Pittman sisters alternate back and forth. Now they get it down to the post. It's going to be a foul on Neha. That is the Tigers' 7th, and so the Commanders will be in the bonus for the rest of the game. It'll be 1-1 for the moment as Ashlyn Pittman reports to the line.
Friendship Christian is now in the bonus.
Oh no, excuse me, it'll be Groves. She'll shoot 1 in the bonus.
At the line shooting 1-1 for the Lady Commanders is Autumn Groves.
Players assume their positions along the respective sides of the paint. Groves' first free throw is well short. Courtney has the rebound on a hop. Clock running with 25 seconds. Let's see if the Tigers hold for 1 here or just take the first available option. Sheets dribbles out toward the half-court stripe. Now comes back the other way toward the baseline. Gives it over to Brooke. Clock running with 15. Brooke to the basket. Layup. Good. Nice play there by Brooke Burgess. She tagged the basket. Got a very nice layup, nearly uncontested. Clock running with 3. Can Friendship get a shot off? They get it down low. Pippen puts it up, and no good. Pippen had an uncontested layup there. Couldn't make it. And the third quarter comes to a close. Your score. USN Tigers 47. Friendship Christian Lady Commanders 25. While we enjoy the 1 minute intermission between the third and fourth quarter, we'd like to take a moment to thank one of the sponsors of USN Broadcasting, Escape Spa. Stop by their Belmead location for a little bit of relaxation. We certainly thank them for their support of USN Broadcasting and hope you can find some time to give yourself the relaxation you deserve at Escape Spa. 8 minutes to go, Coach. What are you looking for in the last quarter here?
I think the Tigers are in a great position, obviously, up 22 going into the fourth quarter. Tough lead for the Commanders to try to battle back from. They're coming off of an emotional big win against undefeated Goodpasture in our district on Tuesday night. And the Tigers are well in control here. And I think that you just want to see the Tigers take care of the ball and put this game away.
That's all it'll take, I do believe. If we avoid the turnovers, manage the clock well, it should be a Tiger victory. We lead by 22. It's 47-25, clock running with 7:55 left in regulation time. And the Commanders promptly throw it away, and the Tigers will have it back with a 22-point lead. Friendship Christian with a bit of pressure now in the backcourt, seeing if they can find a spark to get back into this game. Burgess attacking again, drops it off to Neha, left-hand layup, good! The dribble penetration of Brooke Burgess was tremendously effective there. And the help defense came over and collapsed. That freed Neha Sagi for a layup. And any good graces that she earned for converting that layup are promptly lost, at least in the eyes of Coach D, with the foul at the half-court stripe. That stops the clock and sends Friendship Christian to the line for one in the bonus. Ashlyn Pittman knocks down the front end to make it 49-26 USN. She has the ball back, puts the second free throw on its way, and it is good. So it's 49-27 USN as the Tigers bring it back the other way. Brooke crosses into the front court, attacks the basket again, fouled on the floor. Friendship's really struggling to contain Brooke Burgess. She's had her way with the Commanders tonight. Dribble penetration.
This 2-3 zone has had holes in it all night. The Tigers have been going to the basket hard, driving in there, right through the easy open lanes. I mean, it's amazing. You don't see a lot of 2-3 zones this penetrable.
Really a quick shot there from the Tigers and a long one. I don't think Coach will be too happy with that one. It's really a great thing to see, Coach, as we get down to the end of the season, the Tigers developing a new facet to their offense with the dribble penetration of Brooke. We've kind of been a more plotting, half-court, get it down to the post type offense. But nice to see that we have a variety of ways in which we can attack the basket and score.
Coach Davis obviously knows the game of basketball really well, and I think at full strength, this team can compete with almost anybody in the state in our classification. What a
Sidney
pass.
Neal runs free, can't make the layup. Neha Sagi was fouled. The official didn't call it. But they call a deflection out of bounds anyway, so the Tigers will keep it. Brooks surveys the floor before receiving the ball from the official. She now has it. Tigers go into motion. Sheets over to Neal. Neal puts it on the floor, going right. Picks it up. Kicks it out to Courtney, over to Sheets, baseline three, too strong. Rebound Groves. Groves with a little bit of tempo now for Friendship. Courtney Rabb defends her. Gets it to Ashlyn Pittman. Ashlyn in the corner to Haley Pittman. Pull up 15-footer, good. That makes it 49-29 USN. Neha looking to inbound, gives it to Brooke. Friendship pressuring now a little bit. Sidney Neal with a crossover, nicely done, but she threw it out of bounds. Coach Schulz was open there, but I'm sure she was not the intended target for that pass. And Friendship has it back. They trail by 20. 49-29, 6:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pittman calls out the offense. Over to Alexander, back to Pittman. Skip pass to Alexander. Tries to get it to the block. Mary Sophia gets a hand on it. Dan Olivia does as well, but the Tigers can't corral it, and the possession stays with Friendship. Alexander will throw it in. She has it. Throws it out beyond the three-point line. Now Pittman gets to the elbow. Pull-up jumper, too strong. Mary Sophia has the rebound. It's deflected out of bounds by Friendship, and the Tigers will have it. Alexander looked like she might have been a little shaken up there, but it seems she's okay. She's on her feet and playing defense all the way at the half-court stripe. Mary Sophia now attacking on the right. Floater is good. Banks the game. That was a tough finish there, but Mary Sophia controlled herself beautifully, and she extends the Tiger lead back to 22 points, 51-29. Pittman launches a 3 too strong, and Kaya Smith has fouled out of the game. That's her 5th.
Yeah, Smith just caught a little bit off guard on that one.
Personal foul. She has fouled out of the basketball game. That'll be the team.
Long shot, ricocheted off the backboard. Smith looked to go get the ball, already in the hand of a Commander player, and picks up her 5th foul on that one.
At the line,
tough situation there. I'm sure she anticipated having a little more time before the rebound got to her, but the shot was so far off, it hit the backboard and no rim at all. And the timing of the whole thing was a little bit awkward. That resulted in her 5th foul. Second free throw on the way, and it is good. So the USN lead is 51-30, 5:35 and running left in the 4th quarter. Dawson brings it forward. She gets it to Amara. Amara back to Dawson. Beautiful play. Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Dawson gave it to Amara, then flashed to the basket. And Amara found her beautifully as she cut in. And Olivia converted a tough finish with the left hand, and USN's lead is now 23, 53-30. The Pittman sisters exchange passes. Haley dribbles behind her back, gives it back to her sister Ashley. Dawson with a steal. She's got it. Can she get to the basket? She pulls away. Gets it to Amara. Amara back out to Dawson. Dawson tries a long 2. No good. Mary Sophia with the rebound. Puts it back up and in. She has had her way in the interior tonight, and USN's lead is 25 points at 55-30. The Tigers have defended Pittman quite well tonight. It's clear that the offense runs through her. Tiger defense has been outstanding. Pittman launches a 3. Is it short? It is. Mary Sophia has the rebound. She looks to find a guard, gets it to Dawson. 4.5 minutes left and running.
Mary Sophia shaking her hand there a little bit. It's a little bit like the quarterback hitting the helmet of one of those offensive linemen.
Yes, we know how painful that can be.
Yes, all of our quarterbacking days.
That's right. Amara gets free from the defender but can't quite knock it down.
We're more of a backyard quarterback.
That's true. A little bit undersized for the classical quarterback position, I suppose.
Friendship nails a long 2.
Their deficit is 23 at 55-32. Dawson calls out the offense. Amara has it in the high post. Fakes the pass to Sheets. Now gives it back to Dawson. Tigers in no hurry at all. They move the ball around the perimeter. Sheets over to Dawson. Dawson loses it out of bounds. And Friendship gets possession back as they make a couple of substitutions.
Entering the game is number 23, Anna Taylor, and number 32.
Tigers have even extended their lead very slightly here in the 4th quarter. Great thing to see. An easy situation to become a little bit too comfortable and to let the lead start to slip. The Tigers have not done that in the least. Burgess checks in for Jordan Sheets for USN. And the clock runs with 3:30 left in the 4th quarter. Pittman looks for some help. Gets it to Alexander. Gets it back. Gets it over to Jones. Jones with a skip pass to Alexander. Now Pittman has it again. Courtney Rabb is right on her. Alexander launches a 3. It's short. Offensive rebound. Jones put back no good. They get another offensive rebound. They put it up and in. McCormick with a nice putback there on a second consecutive offensive rebound. 55-34 USN. Brooke gets to the basket nearly unchecked. It was only as she was within a few feet that she was fouled. But she made it look mighty easy there, Coach.
She did. Commanders picking up a couple offensive rebounds there, mainly at the behest of the Tigers not wanting to pick up any additional fouls from their post players, with Kaya Smith already on the bench.
That's right. Her absence is being felt. I'm quite sure of that. Burgess with her classic high spin. Free throw on the way, no good. Amara fights for the rebound. She can't get it. McCormick deflects it over to Pittman. Pittman and Alexander, they try to get it down low. Now a kick out to Pittman. She puts it on the floor. Over to Jones. Jones is guarded by Dawson. She retreats. Now steps back in. Dawson's there to greet her. Kick out to Pittman. Guarded by Rab. Rab, excellent position. Defense comes to help. Ball's loose. Rab has it. We've got a 3-on-2 the other way. Courtney pulls up at the elbow. Gives it to Brooke, and the Tigers slow it down. Now Amara brings it in. Brooke has the top of the circle. Coach T says swing it, clearly indicating that we're not too eager to shoot it as the clock runs with 2:10 left and the Tigers leading by 21.
The student section's filling in quite well for the Tigers right now.
It'll be a great thing indeed to see the senior recognitions for Mary Sophia and Courtney Rabb, as well as Drew Dibble and Quinn over on the boys' side. Everybody's, I'm sure, here and very excited to see that.
We got to be here mostly for the cheerleaders, Ramey Bainham, Zoe Lewis, Hannah Moore, and the pep band members, Derek Brown and Jonathan Hudson.
Great that we'll be able to recognize them as well. They've made many great contributions to USN sports and to the music program. The Tigers have it back now. Their lead remains 21. We're down to the last 100 seconds of the game. Payne has it outside the three-point line. She exchanges a couple of passes with Dawson. Now Rab has it in the corner. She attacks. Tries a shot. It is blocked. Friendship takes it away. Pippin with an outlet there.
Tigers eagerly hoping for a basket for Courtney Rabb here on senior night. It's always a difficult task with the whole gym cheering for you to do one thing.
Well, it gives a little bit of excitement to these last few seconds of this game. Clock running with 1:10. Will the Tigers get another possession? Friendship Christian with a deep three, no good. Rebound is loose. They get it back. They try again. It's no good again. Ball's on the floor. Put back up. No good. Payne with the rebound. It's an outlet to Brooke. She's looking at Courtney all the way.
Timeout called, USN.
Coach Davis calls for time. Tigers are going to scheme something up here. 51.2 remaining. USN leads it 55-34.
It's got to be one of those times. The game obviously clearly in hand. Coach Davis not looking to make any type of strategic move in the game here or any type of gamesmanship. Just looking to get that senior a final look at a good shot here. Calls timeout. She'll have the opportunity to draw something up from her Rolodex of plays.
Something that everybody will certainly well understand. Got to get the seniors into the scorebook on senior night. So we'll look to see what they draw up here for Courtney. Coach Davis has schemed open many a player in her day. And I know that on this play, there will be no exception. The players have received their instructions from Coach Davis, and they break the huddle. Scoreboard showing 55-34 USN and 51.2 seconds remaining. Courtney will throw it in from the sideline. She throws it to Brooke and the clock runs 50 seconds and counting. Coach Davis reiterates her commands. Everyone looks at her in earnest. Players are set into motion. Courtney's on the low block on the left as we see it. Tigers cycle the ball around the perimeter. They get it to Courtney on the baseline. Courtney gives it away quickly to Mary Sophia. Courtney launches a three. It's no good. The Commanders have the rebound. Here they come the other way with Alexander. Alexander looks to get the other way. It's out of bounds, but Courtney was the one who deflected it. So Friendship will keep it. 16.9 remaining. Clock runs now. Alexander loses the handle, gets it back. Looks to pass, can't find anybody. Now attacks the baseline. Layup no good. Rebounds deflected out of bounds off Olivia. And Friendship keeps it. 6.6 seconds remaining in the contest.
Dr. Fitz, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to have to go and get ready for the senior night festivities. Appreciate calling a game with you.
What a joy it has been for me to call a game with my good friend, Josh Scout. I have enjoyed it. Enjoy the senior night festivities. The final horn sounds, and the ball game is over. A tremendous victory tonight for the USN Tigers. They have defeated the Lady Commanders of Friendship Christian by a final score of 55-34. It was an excellent win. The Tigers got scoring from various sources. Excellent defense, as they usually do, both in the backcourt and in the front court. It all added up to a Tiger victory. So at that, we'll take a little break. We may be back with the senior festivities. I don't know about that, but you should stay tuned in any case. We'll be back with the boys' game in a short while.
Their parents to come down to the court and stand next to USN's home bench at this time. Fans, introducing now Mr. Drew Dibble. Drew has been a 4-year varsity basketball member and the newest member of the 1,000-point club. He also played a role on the varsity soccer team last spring. He's been involved in Tesla and Big Brothers and the founder of Let's Play Club. Both clubs help teach English as a second language in local Metro Nashville elementary schools. And now, fans, introducing to the court, Mr. Quinn Willa. Quinn has been a 2-year varsity basketball member and a 4-year player on the basketball team. He was also a 4-year varsity golf team member where he was the rare 4-year recipient of the most improved player, dropping average scoring each year and shooting the team's lowest single day round at the state tournament. He was also a 2-year ultimate Frisbee player. Now introducing Madeline Baxter. Madeline has been a 4-year member of the girls basketball and girls lacrosse team. She is senior class president involved in Habitat for Humanity and Talk, Teach a Little Kindness. Madeline Baxter. Now bringing to the floor, Courtney Rab. Courtney has been a 3-year member of the basketball team as well as a 4-year member of the girls soccer and lacrosse teams. She earned all district, region, and state honors in soccer this year and will continue her playing career next year at Harvard University. She is student body treasurer, member of Tesla Big Sisters, and started a Girl Scout troop at Safe Haven Family Shelter. Courtney Rad. Introducing Miss Mary Sophia Wright. Mary Sophia Wright has been a 4-year member of the basketball, girls, lacrosse, and soccer teams. She earned all district and region honors this year in soccer after returning from a torn ACL last season. She is also involved in Habitat for Humanity, Big Sisters, Talk, and peer educators at USN. Congratulations, Mary. And now for your cheerleaders, introducing Miss Rainey Bainham. Rainey is a 4-year member of the cheerleading, volleyball, and softball programs at USN. She is also involved in theater and played a lead in Flames over the past year. Rainey Bainham. Miss Zoe Lewis. Zoe has been a 4-year member of the cheerleading team and 3-year member of the girls soccer team. She has also been involved in high school theater, including scene night performances last week. Zoe Lewis. Introducing Miss Hannah Moore. Hannah has been a 2-year member of the cheerleading team and spent extensive time in a lab at Vanderbilt assisting in research. Thank you, Hannah. And now for the pep band, introducing Mr. Derek Brown. Derek has been a 4-year member of the pep band and was a 2-year member of the swim and frisbee teams. And last but not least, let's welcome Jonathan Hudson. Jonathan has been a 4-year member of pep band and varsity golf. He led the Tigers this past fall with the lowest individual score for the team's 3rd place finish at the state golf tournament. Fans, this is your 2018 senior night. Congratulations and a big round of applause to all of the seniors. Fans, one more round of applause for all your 2018 seniors. Congratulations, and we wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sterling Gymnasium for tonight's basketball matchup featuring the commanders of Friendship Christian School and your USN Tigers. This game is being played according to the rules of the TSSAA. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Everyone is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of sportsmanship. Your clock operator tonight is Jerome Bagwell. Your scorekeeper is William Elliott. And now, let's meet tonight's starting 5 lineups. First up, for Friendship Christian Commanders. Number 1, Ashton Young. Number 2, Joe Greenwood. Number 11, Bryce Miller. Number 21, Henry Soyeschik. Number 44, Jake Blair. And now the starting lineup for your USN Tigers. And for the junior number 2, Will Greenfield. And for number 13, the junior, George Corzine. And for the sophomore, number 33, Graham Elliott. And now introducing your seniors. At guard number 12, Quinn Wheelock. And at guard, the senior number 22, Drew Zimmer.
And we're excited to be joining you tonight. I'm Jackson Joffe alongside Eli Horton, bringing you a night of Tiger basketball, capping off the second game of the night of senior night. Again, we've got USN faced off against Friendship Christian. Corzine wins the tip. And Dibble taking the ball up the court. Dibble, a senior, along with Quinn Wheelock, the 2 seniors on the team getting their recognition tonight. Dibble passes to Corzine. Corzine dribbles. And he goes inside, misses the layup. That's a rebound by number 11, Bryce Miller. And up the court is number 44, Jake Blair. Back to Miller. And over the corner, this is Greenwood. Greenwood inside. There's number 21, Sobieschek with the basket. So Friendship Christian strikes first. USN brings the ball up the court. Here's Dibble. Dibble to Wheelock, looking for the pass. He goes back to Dibble as they'll look to restart the offense. Double screen high. And he goes to Corzine. Corzine gets a handle on it. Goes back to Dibble. Here's Dibble. Finds Wheelock in the corner. Wheelock doesn't take it. He goes back out to Elliott. Deep 2, no. Deep 3. Dibble finally takes it. That's off the mark. And a foul there. It's going to be called on Will Greenfield, the junior power forward.
Team first.
And the son of a man you may know, Jeff Greenfield, head of the middle school. Eli, your thoughts on Jeff Greenfield?
Oh, hey, he's a great head of the middle school. You know, he's been here for a while. Graduated from USN not too long ago. Good to see his son out there. He's got 3 kids that have gone through, 1 that's gone through, 2 that are here now.
So at the top of the key, here's Jake Blair. He'll move to the left side, guarded by Corzine. This is up top to Greenwood. Greenwood calls for movement. He Dribbles right, passes over to Blair. Blair inside. It's Ashton Young with his first touch of the game. Blair outside. Miller, three-pointer is good. And Friendship Christian takes a 5-0 lead. The Commanders off to a hot start. And the Tigers will look to respond. Here's Dibble. Double high post. Greenfield fakes the pass, goes back to Dibble for three. And that one settles down in the net for Drew Dibble, his first points of the game for the 1,000-point scorer. Here's number 44, Jake Blair. He's looking to drive inside and takes a contested shot. No foul, gets his rebound, puts it back up and in. Jake Blair with the finish. As Friendship Christian converts once again, they now lead 7-3 with about 5 minutes here left in the first quarter. Dibble calls for the screen for Elliott. Inside, Greenfield. And 3-second call on Will Greenfield. He didn't find Quinn or George. They were open on the wing briefly. Couldn't find him there. He's going to pick up his first offensive foul of the game.
You know, Joffy, in these first opening minutes, I've seen Quinn open on the perimeter quite a bit. So if they want to, they should exploit that if they want to get to those open threes.
Yeah, Quinn's been a knockdown shooter from the corner this season, hitting an absolute elite mark from downtown.
That's right, Quinn Wheelock, nicknamed Turkey Man, dubbed and popularized by Matthew Schwartz. Apparently Quinn resembles a turkey, so there you have it.
And here's Quinn. He goes to Christy Mizell, back to Dibble. Dibble takes another three-point attempt, and that one's good. So Drew Dibble shooting well to start out. He's got 2 of the baskets for the Tigers, the only points on the board. He's hit 2 out of his 3 three-point attempts to start this game. And the Tigers are down by 1. Here's Sobieschek, goes to Jake Blair. Blair, guarded by Chrissy Mizell tightly. This is Greenwood for 3, off the mark. Rebound, Drew Dibble. Graham Elliott with a nice box out on Sobieschek. And here's Dibble bringing the ball up the right side. Dibble passes to Wheelock. Wheelock looking for Corzine, decides not to pass, goes to Christy Mizell, back to Dibble. Dibble over to Quinn Wheelock, risky pass, but that one's good. As the Tigers strike again from downtown. Only points by seniors tonight, 9-0.
Yeah, as you said, Johnny, great to see those seniors out tonight. Great to see Quinn in the starting lineup. Lethal from downtown.
Inside, this is Ashton Young, goes to Sobieschek, and Sobieschek traveled.
USN basketball.
So here's Corzine to throw it in. Tigers lead 9-7 with 3:30 left in the first quarter. Dibble will bring the ball up the court. Dibble drives right, has it ripped, but there's a foul.
Foul called against the Commanders.
So the Commanders picking up their first foul. This is on Sobieschek. Both teams with a foul apiece. And he goes to Dibble. Dibble setting up the offense. 2 high post players. Corzine gets the pass. Corzine doesn't hand off to Christy Mizell. Instead drives to the basket. Tries for the lefty layup. Goes back to his right side and traveled. That's going to result in a Tiger turnover. Friendship Christian will take over. Here's number 44, Jake Blair. And this is Ashton Young. Back to Greenwood. Over to Blair. Pass to Sobieschek inside. Ashton Young. Back to Blair. Blair takes a three-pointed shot, and it's off the mark. Rebound, Corzine. Corzine passes to Dibble, and the Tigers will hope to get some points back on the board. They did not score in their last possession. Here's Dibble inside for a 2-point attempt. That one's off the mark, but he gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Drew Dibble with a fantastic chase and follow of the shot to get the rebound put back. And as a point guard, that's difficult to do, right, Eli?
Yeah, you know what I always said for Drew Dibble, when it rains, it pours. When he's hot, it's going in.
Same with the Turkey Man, wouldn't you say?
That's right, Turkey Man, when he's feeling it from the perimeter, he'll sink those.
And Corzine committed the foul on Joe Greenwood, but Greenwood also converted the basket, so that's going to result in an and one attempt.
First personal foul, his second team foul.
So 11-9, USN leads, but Greenwood has an opportunity to cut that lead to just 1. And here's Greenwood on the free throw attempts. And that free throw is nothing but net.
We see Max Kleiner check in. It's good to see Max Kleiner out on the floor. Not often we've got to see him this year, so it's good to see him out there.
Kleiner also the son of a USN faculty member.
That's right, younger brother Jack Kleiner as well.
So here's Corzine and Kleiner with a double screen. Neither of them work, but Dibble finds Corzine anyways. Corzine takes a 3 and hits it. A nice pick and pop off the screen for George Corzine to fool the Commanders' defense. They lead by 4 now. Here's Blair. Blair posting up on the defender. He goes inside. Ashton Young lost the ball, but he didn't. He finds Sobieschek, and then Sobieschek got fouled by Max Kleiner.
Foul is called against Friendship.
To the chagrin of USN fans.
Tigers really feeling it from behind the arc tonight. Let's hope that can continue for them.
So here's Sobieschek. A tight game so far. Both teams have played decently on offense, decently on defense. Neither team pulling away here in the first quarter. Sobieschek's first free throw is off the mark. His second free throw will be good, however. Here's Corzine to throw it into Dibble, who'll bring the ball up the court. About 2 minutes, a little under 2 minutes here left in the first quarter. Dibble to Corzine. Corzine back to Dibble, wants the 3, doesn't take it. He instead drives, fakes, Wheelock, back to Dibble, to Quinn. Quinn, back to Drew. Screen by Corzine. Drew takes the pull-up jump shot from deep in the 2-point zone, misses. That's a rebound by Friendship Christian. And the pass hit William Christie Mizell in the face right there. And luckily, he was able to use that to his advantage. They're going to take over now. About a minute left in the first quarter. Passes Wheelock for 3. No. Rebound by Jake Blair. And bringing it up the court is Malachi Frowen, the point guard. Excuse me, that's Dorian Champion. Here's Joe Greenwood. And he hits the shot and is fouled and has a chance to knot it up at 14 apiece. Joe Greenwood will come to the line. And number 5, Colson Porter checking in for Sobieschek. As Friendship Christian going small.
At the line shooting 1 for the Commanders is Joe Greenwood.
So Greenwood with a chance to knot it up. And again, a tight first game as Greenwood sinks the free throw. We've got a tie game. And here's Dibble. We'll bring the ball up the court. Dibble goes to Corzine. He fakes the three-pointer, drives inside, misses, rebound. Jake Blair was sandwiched by USN defenders Max Kleiner and George Corzine, but they're going to pick up a foul. It's going to go to Kleiner. So Friendship Christian with an opportunity for the last word of the first quarter. Here's Greenwood. Greenwood calls for the screen from Blair. Wheelock tightly on him, and now they'll rotate Christie Mizell. Greenwood to Blair. Blair fakes the 3. He goes inside. Attempts a miraculous and circus-like finish, and Dibble's heave to end the first quarter is off the mark. So tied up here at the end of the first. USN 14, Friendship Christian 14. Now Eli, during the break, what do you think the Tigers can do to pull away in this game?
Well, Tigers really have not been doing what the Commanders have been doing quite a well job of, and that's getting inside the post. So Tigers are going to need to work their way into the paint, get some shots up from there. Tigers have been able to shoot well, stay with the Commanders from outside the arc with shots from Dibble, Wheelock, and Corzine, so let's hope they can continue that.
Indeed. We've seen the Tigers play some decent offense, but they haven't been able to find consistent offensive production tonight. And during the break, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors, including Steve Gorman Sports on Fox Sports Radio. You can listen from 5 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. And as Eli will tell you, as we always do, his son Connell and Steve are both great characters and great men to know. I don't think you'll be wasting your time listening to this podcast.
That's why the Tigers are missing Presence Connell Gorman on the court tonight, out with the flu, I believe. So hope we'll see his return soon.
So inside, they'll go to Greenwood. This is Dorian Champion. He goes inside to Blair. Blair posts up on Corzine and doesn't finish. Rebound by Corzine. Corzine will bring the ball up the court. Here's Wheelock. Dibble. Three-point attempt. No good. Mizell, no call over the back. That was a questionable no call. He leaped over the back of his defender. Nonetheless, Tigers get a break. Here's Corzine on the high post. Corzine back to Dibble.
Triangle violation against the Tigers.
Yeah, hopefully we see those shots falling for Dibble in this quarter. Towards the end of the last quarter, it wasn't quite making them. So the Tigers want to keep up. They're going to need to hit those shots from Dibble and Wheelock around the perimeter.
So here's Greenwood bringing the ball up the court. Greenwood guarded closely by Quinn Wheelock. Jake Blair now gets the pass. Here under 7 minutes left in the quarter. Greenwood takes the three. He's got it. And that'll give Friendship Christian their first lead since early in the first quarter when they got the first points of the game. They went up 5-0 early before losing that lead, and now they have the lead back, 17-14. Tigers struggling to find any answers on offense after a nice run there at the end of in the middle of the first. And here's Christy Mizell. He goes over to Greenfield. Here's Dibble. Dibble with the screen from Elliott. Dibble fakes the shot. Outside to Christy Mizell. He wants the shot. Goes inside. Forced the pass to Greenfield. That was stolen by Jake Blair, who now breaks up the court. He passes to Greenwood. Another three-point attempt for Joe Greenwood, and he's got it. A three-point shooter, Joe Greenwood, with his second straight three-point shot. It will increase the Friendship Christian lead to 6 with 5:50 remaining in the second quarter.
And Javi, we do want to remind everybody this game has incredible implications for the playoff runs. Both the Tigers and the Commanders sit at 9-5. Tigers second in the district, Commanders third. So this will be really important for all the seedings that coming in the playoff run.
So yeah, an important game. We saw the Tigers play good passer. Another important game. They did not win that game, but seeding is still imperative, even if they will not win the division. So we'd like to see our Tigers have some more home games as well. We'd love to bring you more video action here from the Tiger Den. And here's Christy Mizell to the line after Sobieschek was called for the foul. Christy Mizell's first shot is off the line.
Substitution made for the Tigers.
Corzine checking in for Wheelock.
Entering the game is number 13,
We'd like to remind our viewers to feel free to leave comments, questions, or suggestions in the chat. We always love to respond to your questions.
So bringing up the court is Jake Blair. Blair gets it again. He's looking. And passes to Greenwood. Greenwood over to number 1, Ashton Young. Back to Greenwood, who takes another three and appears he's asking for a heat check. He's got 3 straight three-pointers and shows no signs of slowing down. Tigers need to figure out a way to prevent him from scoring, and they were pretty tightly on him there, but he was undeterred. Dibble, a risky pass, but finds Mizell, who now takes the 2, and that one's off the mark. Here's Blair. Here's Greenwood for 3. Hits another one. He's got 4 straight three-pointers, an 11-point lead, as he is shoved violently by Ashton Young to congratulate him on his performance. So Joe Greenwood just put on a show. He had 12 straight points. That really has given the Friendship Christian Commanders their first big lead of the game. They lead by 11. And Eli, how do they stop Joe Greenwood?
Well, he's been on fire. Tigers really need this timeout right here. In the second quarter, Tigers have been outscored 12-1. So Tigers really need to figure something out and shut down Greenwood. He's been lights out from behind the arc.
So during the break, we'd like to remind you that if you like our channel, if you love the good banter that we have here in the broadcasting booth, you should subscribe to our channel and turn on push notifications so you know when our streams go live. And this is imperative come playoff time, because we'll be sure to bring you more Tigers basketball as both the girls and the boys get ready for some playoff action, being high seeds in the upcoming tournament. We'd also like to remind you of our new podcast weekly. We recently had one with Amara Payne, and I believe there's one coming out at the end of this week. We'd love for you to give them a listen. They're always great. And we'll take a break. We'll be back from the break. Here's Graham Elliott with the throw-in. Tigers with possession, down 11 after that big run by Joe Greenfield, for those of you just now joining us. And Dibble, two high post players, goes to Elliott. Here's Dibble, inside Corzine. He's quickly double teamed, and there's a foul, even though he found Will Greenfield on the pass. So a foul there called on Ashton Young, the 6'3" power forward. And they lob it up to Greenfield, back to Dibble. Dibble takes a deep three, and that's no good. Corzine saved it, but no one was there except the Friendship Christian players. Here's Greenwood. Dibble tightly on Joe Greenwood. And again, that's a matchup to watch. Greenwood has been very dominant so far. He comes off the screen and drives inside, passes outside to Ashton Young, misses. Dibble fell down, rebound George Corzine.
What the Tigers need here is some inside post work by Corzine. Haven't seen a lot of that from him tonight. Need him to be lights out in there.
And Corzine does go up with it, but that goes off the side of the backboard. So here's Jake Blair. Sobieschek to Dorian Champion, back to Blair. Here's Dibble, ferociously coming away with the pass there, and he brings the ball up the court now. Dibble calling for the screen from Greenfield. And he goes inside to Elliott. Elliott posts up and is rejected by Ashton Young, then gives the ball to Ashton Young while trying to save it. So Jake Blair will bring the ball up the court. Tigers do have a lot of questions going into halftime, definitely. They weren't able to stop Joe Greenwood, and although they played good defense, they haven't been able to get anything going on offense. And Greenwood, but the charge is called on Will Greenfield. It's rare to see a charge in high school basketball, but Greenfield did a good job getting his feet set and drawing the charge on a player who's been very hot, Joe Greenwood, who had scored the previous 12 points of the game.
Hopefully a charged up Will Greenfield can get us started on offense here. Get us a spark maybe on the inside.
Always one for the puns, Eli. Drew Dibble. Pass to Corzine. Corzine to Dibble. Dibble and finds Christy Mizell for three. Off the left iron. And here's Jack Blair bringing the ball up the court. He wants a pass, doesn't get one, finds the screen from Sobieschek. And this is number 5, Colson Porter. Sobieschek, deep 2. No good. Rebound, Drew Dibble. There's a scoreless drought here, which makes those big runs all the more imperative.
Tigers in desperate need of a field goal, as we can mention. They have gone this entire quarter without scoring from the field.
So here's Dibble, and he misses. Sobieschek grabs the board. Miller back to Blair. And Blair will bring the ball up the court. He goes to Ashton Young. Here's Miller to Blair. Over to Colson, back to Blair. Young, back to Miller. Miller looking for Sobieschek, doesn't find anything. Goes back to Ashton Young, over to Jack Blair. Blair calls for Porter to move, then calls for the Ashton Young screen, goes left. And he takes the shot. That's no good, but Sobieschek came up with it. No call. Young finally fouled as the Tigers could not get a defensive rebound. Ashton Young and Hanley Sobieschek doing a great job on the offensive glass.
Big offensive rebounds give the Commanders yet another opportunity to extend their lead.
And I think the main thing that you need to point to is that we've scored just 1 point in the quarter. A lack of true offensive production. No field goals hit by the Tigers with just 45 seconds left. Now, for Friendship Christian, they've hit that free throw there, but then they also had the 12 points solely on account of Joe Greenwood.
Onslaught from Joe Greenwood, that's right.
Sobieschek does a great job to get his hand in front of the pass.
Substitution being made for the Commanders. Entering the game is number 23, Dorian Champion.
Dorian
the
Champion.
Turkey Man is what we need right now. Checking in.
It is the Turkey Man. He's back in the game. Dorian Champion also coming in for the Commanders. Passes to Dibble. Over to Corzine. Corzine forced the pass, but got it back after the fortuitous bounce. Just 20 seconds left the clock for the Tigers. Dibble pulls for the 2, and he's got it to end the Tigers' field goal-less drought of the quarter. They'll go in the locker room with 3, barring anything dramatic on this possession. Jack Blair taking the ball up the court. And Ashton Young inside. As time expires, he sinks it. Ashton Young sinking the 2-point shot. The officials will take a look at it, but I think they're going to confirm it, and they have.
The second quarter, your score, Friendship Christian 29, USN 17.
Definitely not the Tigers' quarter in that one. They just 3 points held by the Commanders. Tigers are really going to have to find something new in the second half, Joffy.
Yeah, they are, and when you look at the offensive production, it just wasn't there. They had 3 points in the quarter, save for that last shot by Drew, which again was at the end of the quarter. He popped off a screen and a nice deep 2, but unable to get any other offensive production. So if you're looking at the second half, you need to find something to get that offense a spark.
That's right. I'm a firm believer in getting the ball down to Corzine in the post down there. That's what we really need him now. The threes from Drew are just not falling.
Indeed. So we actually have a halftime interview with Dr. Walker, our head of high school. He'll be joining us in the booth.
I'm actually not sure how well this is going to work. I think we've got a dance group production, looks like, on the floor down there.
You got it.
All right, with me in the booth right now is Dr. Walker, head of the high school. Dr. Walker, how are you doing tonight?
Great, how are you guys?
Doing fantastic.
Good.
So, not the Tigers quarter, this second quarter.
Second quarter was not, you're right.
So, any thoughts at all in the game, what the Tigers could do to improve getting into the second half?
Yeah, I think more ball movement, I think defense, the friendships, 3 points in the second half, the three-point shooting really improved, and we weren't defending very well on the perimeter, so we really need to pick that up.
That's right. The Commanders have really been able to move the ball inside. Something Tigers haven't been able to do. You know, Tigers held just 3 points in that quarter. So let's let the viewers know anything. What's going on in the high school right now? We've got a nice meeting. We've got some people getting together to talk about new schedule changes. Anything? What else is going on in the high school?
Yeah, so schedule changes perhaps on the horizon for the next year or so. Tomorrow is Phone-Free Friday. I think about 100 of our high school students will be without cell phones tomorrow, so excited about that. Other than that, I think things are going really well.
That's right, yeah. Phone-Free Friday, I'm excited to participate in that. Mr. Haber's initiative, free pizza for all those who don't use their phones. So if any high school students are watching that want to give up their phone tomorrow for free lunch.
Yeah, for free lunch, 40 pizzas coming your way in the auditorium.
That's right. Good to see the pep band out here, Dr. Walker. Don't you think it's sort of a rare occasion we get them for special occasions? Tonight's definitely one of those.
It's good to have them here. Brings me back to my pep band days in high school. You know, I play saxophone, so I used to be over there doing that as well.
You know, if we went back to your high school, would we be able to see you in the audience or in the crowd of one of these games? Were you a regular attendee?
I was a regular attendee. I led the cheering section for like our spirit group. 2 of my 4 years in high school. So yeah, I love being at basketball games. Really fun, good time. Did a lot of like on the road stuff with the team too. Traveled a lot. So
yeah, especially at soccer games, it's great to see you, Dr. Durna, and Dr. Fitz all out there supporting the teams. That's something we might take advantage of here at USN. Having all these teachers come out and support the games. It's good to see that.
Yeah, no, we love seeing you guys in action, seeing you guys in different light. It's really great. It's been fun to be here and watch you all for the past 2 years, do all the things you all do athletically, and yeah, it's just a really great program that you all put together.
That's right. All right, well, that'll do it for our halftime interview. Thank you very much, Dr. Walker.
Absolutely.
It's great to have you up here. So let's hope Tigers can have a better second half.
Let's hope so, yes. We'll finish out watching this game of knockout here.
That's right, we do see a game of knockout. All right, thank you very much, everybody. We'll bring it back to you with action in the second half in just 3 minutes.
So we're back for some Tiger basketball. Here's Corzine. Tigers on the opening possession. Elliott to Wheelock. Back to Greenfield. Risky pass. And that one's stolen by Greenwood, who had a fantastic first half.
Turnover on that one. We have to remember that the Tigers are averaging 16 turnovers a game this year.
So here's Miller. Goes inside to Ashton Young. Young inside, Sobieschek, beautiful finish. Which will extend the Friendship Christian lead to 14 with 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And Elliott goes to Wheelock. A foul, timeout by the Tigers. As they'll look to evaluate their offense more. And again, we talked about right before the halftime break, the Tigers need to find an offensive spark. Eli, who do they need to look to?
Well, like I said before, George Corzine on the inside, Drew Dibble from the perimeter. Those are the two Tigers' first options in those respective fields. So, and honestly, our cameraman, Matthew Schwartz, saw him during the break. He knocked down 3 threes, so kind of wish I could see him out there hitting those.
Yeah, Matthew, quite the basketball player, but more importantly, a diehard Saints fan, was upset to see a loss in the divisional round due to Stephon Diggs.
It's a heartbreaker.
The Minneapolis Miracle, they will call it. So here's Quinn to throw it in. Finds Corzine. Corzine over to Elliott. To Wheelock. Inside Corzine. Missed the pass, but Sobieschek touched it last. So the Tigers will throw it in. Here's Dibble.
We saw 2 errant passes from the Tigers on back-to-back possessions. That's definitely something they don't want to be doing if they want to get back into this game.
So Dibble. Backcourt violation is called.
Backcourt violation against
Tough break for the Tigers.
Friendship Christian basketball.
The pass sailing over Will Greenfield's head. He got a finger on it, but he was still in the offensive side of the court and traveled to the defensive side of the court. Here's Friendship Christian to throw it in. Greenwood to Sobieschek. Here's Blair. Over to Miller. Back to Young. Young looking inside. And then he fires back to Greenwood, who is silent here in the third quarter. He has not attempted a shot yet, but he wants to take one, calling for the screen. He goes to Ashton Young. Here's Jack Blair. Inside, Young finishes nicely to extend the lead to 16. And if the Tigers cannot find something on offense, they risk being out of it altogether.
Easy to identify Tigers' problems in the second half is those errant passes. Already had 3. 2 of them resulting in turnovers.
Elliott misses from the corner. Nice passing there. Dibble hesitated. Pass to Greenfield, who hesitated. And then Elliott missed from the corner. So Friendship Christian takes over. Here's Miller. Over to Greenwood. Tough defense on Dibble, who does not want Joe Greenfield to take another shot. Ashton Young takes a shot. He misses. Rebound, George Corzine. Now Corzine bringing the ball up the court. Goes inside and puts a nice one in for the finish to give the Tigers some more points to shave the lead to 14. Jack Blair to Greenwood. Greenwood, the screen by Sobieschek. Sobieschek, beautiful, and he missed. Sobieschek missed the layup after a beautiful pick and roll. And Dibble attempted the 3, and that was no good.
Rebound called by the Commanders coach. No Tigers in sight. Easy defensive rebound for the Commanders on that one.
Here's Jake Blair. He goes inside Young. Young looking for a pass over to Greenwood in the corner. And he misses there. His first miss in a long time. But Ashton Young gets the rebound and puts it back in to increase the Friendship Christian lead to 16. Goes to Dibble, who's also a lights-out shooter. Goes to Wheelock. Here's Greenfield. Back to Wheelock. Over to Corzine. And Dibble to Greenfield. Wheelock. 3. No good. Rebound by Ashton Young as the Tigers' offensive woes continue to plague them. Remember, the Tigers were leading in this game in the first quarter. They had a rather large lead, and then Friendship Christian has dominated ever since, thanks in large part to Joe Greenwood dominating with a lot of three-pointers, 4 straight. And that pass was looking for Miller. It hits the rim, but he got his own pass back. Sobieschek. Here's Miller. Excuse me, Blair. Greenwood. There's Miller. Over to Blair. Blair calls for the pick from Sobieschek. He doesn't use it, but drives right. And Corzine playing tough defense. I believe that's going to be an offensive foul. A 5-second call on Jake Blair.
You know, Javi, last time you and I were up in this booth together, we saw the Tigers play good pasture. Yeah, I thought they had really good ball movement at this game, and that's just something we haven't seen. Last possession, we saw them move it pretty well on a Quinn Wheelock missed shot. But Tigers, it's not looking great for them now, but ball movement, very important if they want to get back.
They did have good ball movement, but one thing that's been seriously lacking as Drew Dibble airballs that three-pointer is offensive production. I think their offense has been very stagnant in games that really matter, and that may be due to the good defense as well, but it's tough to find offensive production, and it's hard to win games when you're not scoring points, to put it plain and simple. As Graham Elliott wrestles away the rebound from Hanley Sobieschek.
You know, that's right. I was talking to Dr. Durnan a couple weeks ago, and he was saying that this Tiger team we're seeing this year, they seem to have a tendency of playing very well against good teams and just playing very poorly against bad teams. So they're sort of playing down to their competition, as Coach Gordon, the soccer coach, will also like to reiterate to his players.
Yeah, and the other thing is when you talk about offensive production, I think the Tigers don't set their own pace when they're playing the game. But Dibble misses the three-point attempts.
That's exactly right.
Jake Blair. And as much as I would love to only say good things about the Tigers, helpful criticism is sometimes needed, and the Tigers do have areas to improve. Inside, misses. CM for 2. William Christie Mizell, a.k.a. William CM, with the jump shot from the left block. And here is Dorian Champion. Young. Champion inside. Banks it in. Made a nice move, creating space in the interior, and banked it off the glass.
And you got to wonder what this Tiger team would look like if Williams' brother Truman hadn't left at the end of last year. We could have had the two brothers with that great chemistry on the floor.
Truman now at Curry Ingram Academy playing basketball for them. And the missed layup on the open breakaway by Dorian Champion. He's kicking himself for that one. And Dibble drives inside, misses the shot, rebound, and he finds a wide open Joe Greenwood, who is fouled and almost got it to go. 16-point lead with an opportunity to make it more. Joe Greenwood, who's had a fantastic game, will go to the line for an opportunity for 2 more. And during this brief break, we'd like to ask you, the audience, our faithful viewers, to let us know if there are any more sponsors to help bring sports live from the River Campus. If you know of any sponsors, please contact Dr. Fitz, Joe Oram, or anyone on the broadcasting team. We would much appreciate the support, and we'd love to continue broadcasting some lacrosse games, ultimate frisbee games, tennis games, matches, as one would say.
That's right, and there's a donation link now in the description of this video. And we'd love to raise money, like you said. and be able to broadcast games out at the River Campus later this spring.
So that's off the mark for Corzine. Here's Jake Blair leading a poignant Friendship Christian offense. And the travel there is called on Dorian Champion.
USN basketball.
So Corzine will throw it in.
We've seen the Commanders have their fair share of mistakes toward the end of this third quarter. There wasn't such a big deficit. Tigers would have been able to capitalize on those.
Basket good.
And Corzine, Dibble got the and one. A late call there by the official, but they're going to count the basket and give him an opportunity for one more at the line.
The Tigers can get some momentum here at the end of third quarter. We could see a late push in the fourth.
Yeah, again, momentum is key. We talked about that when Joe Greenwood hit 4 threes, and obviously that's a big momentum changer. But, you know, 16 points is more daunting than 13 points. And Wheelock gets the steal. Inside Dibble, foul, and one, igniting the crowd. Drew Dibble will score and has an opportunity to cut that lead to just 10.
And Jaffe, if that isn't momentum, then I don't know what is.
His second personal foul, team third. Dibble at the line, shooting one.
And Dibble. There
was a
lane violation on USN. The free throw wasn't good anyways, but obviously not good to have those type of slip-ups. You just can't have those in a close game. And the Tigers can make it a little closer. Nonetheless, Greenwood will help to give Friendship Christian the momentum back. He's trapped. Goes to Blair. Blair wide open in the corner. Is Bryce Miller for three. And he'll answer right back to end the quarter. So USN looked like they were ready to capitalize on the momentum. And then Bryce Miller at the end of the quarter hits the three-pointer to keep that Friendship Christian lead at 14.
So Tigers' momentum stifled a little bit there at the end of that quarter. But those two plays by Drew Dibble going up to the basket and getting fouled, very big.
Yeah, so, and obviously, like, when you have a team that's playing that's as good as Friendship Christian, it's imperative that you score on offense, definitely. But also, the Tigers have played, I'd say, decent defense. But it's their offense that's been lacking throughout this game. They had 3 points in the second quarter. And that quarter, again, was a little bit better, but they're not shooting well like they did in the first quarter.
That's right. It wouldn't be so hard to keep up with this team if the Tigers had not had that long offensive drought in the second quarter.
And so during the break, we'd like to thank one of our newest sponsors, Escape Spa. You can visit their location in Belle Meade for a relaxing time. Eli, in a stressful day that you go through, do you think you could use some time relaxing at Escape Spa?
That's right. I could use time at Escape Spa, and as well, especially during this time of the senior Nerf war that's been going on. We've got our seniors.
An intense Nerf war, definitely.
That's right.
Now, Eli, your favorite stories from the Nerf war so far?
Well, we've seen Evan Mukherjee, who was seen on the dance crew. In his house, he had Foster and Henry that were allowed into his house by Kenneth. And then, unknowing to Foster and Henry, Kenneth tipped off Evan, and Evan gunned them down with the Nerf gun to get those 2 takedowns. And he is the kill streak leader with 3 in the senior Nerf war.
So yeah, very intense game. And Friendship Christian converted while we were busy talking about the Nerf war. There was a foul. Sobieschik is going to get 2 shots again, as they seem to have let the momentum shift back to the Commanders. They have the opportunity to increase their lead. Sobieschik does not on the first attempt.
For USN entering the game is Will Greenfield for Graham Elliott.
Here's Sobieschik to the line once more. And he converts the second one to stretch that lead to 17.
You know, I gotta say, I love this lineup for the Tigers. We've got Corzine and Greenfield there to maybe get some sparks on the inside, and then I've got our 2 favorite at least, perimeter shooters, Drew and Quinn down there, the turkey man.
And the turkey man will throw the ball in, I believe. We really do need these types of nicknames for everyone else, don't we, Eli?
That's right. It's kind of common among high schoolers to tell people what they look like. So if we've got Quinn as the turkey man, I think we've got Drew as Dash from The Incredibles. Ever since middle school, we've been saying he looks like Dash. So.
And I have been called Gollum by many of my peers.
That's right.
Dibble sinks the three-pointer. Dibble sinking the three-pointer. 14-point lead for Good Pasture after the cut-in, and there's a ruling on the court. I'm not sure what it is. And still going to be Friendship Christian ball. I wasn't sure exactly what happened there. No foul was called.
Coach Jones telling the ref that nobody touched the ball, advocating for a Tigers possession.
And here's Greenwood, another three-point attempt, and that one was nowhere near the basket, but he again has been hot tonight otherwise, so not the biggest burden. Their team also leads by 14. But they'll pick up the offensive foul here. Ashton Young's going to be charged with the offensive foul. USN will take the ball off the court. Here's Dibble.
You know, Javi, another dismaying thing about this game is the Tigers' student section. You know, normally during homecoming, we were a little bit selfish, or a little bit greedy, excuse me, and we got to see that exciting student section. So I sort of wish we could have that tonight.
Yeah, it's senior night. You know, you have a decent crowd out there. Under the basket to Sobieschek, he converts. Dibble hit a three on the previous possession, which cut the lead to 11, but Sobieschek pushed it back up to a 13-point lead. Sobieschek's played pretty well tonight, and quite the name to go along with it. Tough to pronounce.
That's right, and a Tigers timeout here could be crucial for them closing in on this lead. 13-point deficit. I've seen crazier things, but it's hard to imagine the Tigers can pull this one out.
A 13-point game doesn't entirely put things out of reach, but with 6:36 left in the fourth quarter, you've got to think now is the time to get some more points on the board. Drew Dibble hit those threes, which were big, and he's been hitting a lot of shots lately that have kept the Tigers in this game and kept it from getting very out of reach. It's still attainable, but obviously, again, you'd like some more points scored and quickly.
Hopefully Tigers got most of their misses from the field out in that long drought. So we'll see if they can get some more points right here.
So Greenfield will throw it in to Drew Dibble. Dibble calls for the screen from Corzine. Goes to Corzine. Teardrop. No good. Jake Blair will bring the ball up the court, now pressed heavily by William Christie Mizell. He's doubled. Finds Greenwood to Sobieschek, and he airballed that one.
You know, Jaffe, I've seen a lot from the Commanders tonight. In my old church ball coach used to tell us cross-court passing is a four-letter word. And so sometimes when I see those cross-court passes, I expect them to go errantly out of bounds, but Commanders been able to convert on those tonight.
They have, and they've only missed a couple of them. Dibble calling for defense. He's playing hard, as one would expect. Here's Jake Blair. Miller. Blair. Greenwood. He goes inside to Blair. A layup attempt. He misses, but is fouled.
Shooting foul called against USN.
Tigers bench trying to get the student section started with the defense chant. Really a silent crowd. It's sad for me to see, but you know, at least we've got the people showing out tonight.
Well, and let's face it, Eli, this is our last regular season game as high school seniors. You know, it may be senior night for the players, but it's senior night for us in the broadcasting booth, too.
That's right. I'm excited. I know we're both excited to get our own senior nights this spring with lacrosse and soccer. So I'm excited for that. I'm sure you are, too.
Indeed. And Dibble take the ball up the court. Inside Corzine. Tries to finish, didn't, but Wheelock almost came away with it. He didn't, though. Here's Jake Blair. 15-point advantage for the Commanders. And inside, no one is on Ashton Young, who will complement that lead, increasing it to 17. Dibble, screened by Corzine. Wheelock. That ball's out on Corzine as the Tigers turn it over again. Tough night for the Tigers on offense, Eli.
Oh, you can say that again. It's been rough from the field. We've had flashes, that's for sure. But that long drought, again, just can't overestimate that, or overextend that.
And he led Dibble a little too well. And then Dibble finally that's Sobieschek. He converts, and they are somewhat running away with it. They're increasing the lead to 19, been on a run, and you got to think that the Tigers need something dramatic to happen in these last 5 minutes if they want a chance to come back. And Christy Mizell, Corzine missed the shot and then got his own rebound, salvaging an embarrassing play at the basket.
Not all gloom and doom, though, Javi, excuse me. But, like you said, Tigers' last regular season game, but we do have the playoffs to look forward to. The Tigers have been very good in their district this year, and so this will bump them down to third, I believe, in the district. So we're still looking forward to seeing some good playoff Tiger basketball.
So the foul there is going to be called on Drew Dibble.
That's his second personal foul.
He picks up his second. And to the line goes Ashton Young, who's had a nice second half to complement Greenwood's fantastic first half.
That's their second timeout of the game.
And we'd like to shout out some of the people that have helped us providing this broadcasting service the entire season. We got to thank Athletics Director Coach Scouten. We've got to thank the boys basketball team. We've got to thank everyone who's been a part of the broadcasting club, including Joe Orem, who's been imperative, Will Griffin, Matthew Schwartz, our cameraman today, Eli Horton, Itai Eden, Griffin Harrington. I could name many more. Of course, Dr. Fitz. And I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. There are a lot of people to thank, but it's been a nice year for the broadcasting club. We didn't really get things off the ground last year, and it's nice to see Mr. Orem doing a great job being a leader, being an initiator, and really making this club into something that a lot of people in the USN community know about.
That's right, and behind the scenes, of course, Alex Lomas has been rigging us up with all the technology, and he's been helping us with some sound delays, with the problems we've been having. So the whole crew, everybody, has made the broadcasting club a pretty big thing among the students. It's been looked forward to among most people who can't make it out to these games.
Definitely. And Ashton Young will convert and then gets almost ran over by Wilt Greenfield. He nonetheless increased the lead to 20. And I'm not sure if this could be the last game that the Tigers play at home. I don't think so, but hopefully not. Christy Mizell inside to Corzine.
Fouls called against Friendship Christian.
It's going to be called on Friendship Christian. Their sixth foul on Sobieschek.
That's right, Johnny. These home games are fun. The atmosphere down here in the Tiger Den is a lot of fun. The cheerleaders, of course, help ameliorate that experience with their cheers and distractions of the opponents at the line.
Corzine's three-pointer goes out, and the foul on USN by George Corzine. 3:34 here remaining in the fourth. USN down 34 to 54. You're thinking a 20-point deficit does not leave much room for hope. Here's Blair. That's outside. Greenwood. Over to Blair. Back to Greenwood. Calls for the screen. Doesn't take it. Drives inside anyways. Doesn't convert. Rebound Sobieschek. And he converts to increase the lead to 22. Dibble bringing the ball up the court now. To Greenfield. He takes the step back, misses, and is blocked by Ashton Young, who got the rebound. Tough night for the Tigers. Their defense has slipped in the past quarter or so, and on offense, they were never able to get anything going. As the Soviets check misses, but Ashton Young will grab the board and put it back in.
Commanders capitalizing on that shoddy at least, defense of the Tigers in the paint. We've seen a lot of open looks that they've been able to capitalize on this game.
Team 6.
We'll see if the Tigers make any substitutions. This game does appear to be out of reach, barring any dramatic events here on senior night. To Wheelock, inside to Corzine. Corzine to Greenfield, no good. Rebound, Corzine puts it back up, is fouled on the way up.
Foul call against Friendship Christian. That'll be a shooting foul. Seth Filson.
And it really just seems like most of those putbacks the Tigers have been going after in the paint have sort of been desperation. We've really had no conversions on those this game.
We haven't, and it's been tough. And I think that when you look going into the playoffs, you got to look at offensive production. Who are you going to go to, and how are you going to keep momentum? Because the Tigers were, again, leading in this game early, 14-5, on a great run, and then they have not played well since, ceding a big run to Friendship Christian that it just really never ended.
That's right. You sort of, after the Tigers' dismal performance on offense, it's easy to forget that they had that lead early in the game.
So here's Greenfield. Corzine. Outside, Christy Mizell. He'll hit the three to cut it to 20.
Mizell for 3.
And here's Greenwood, who's again had a fantastic night. I'm not sure how many points he has because we don't keep track of that, but I know he has more than 12, and he's played a fantastic game. Credit to him. Here's number 12, Adam Husseini. And Joe Greenwood pressured by Drew Dibble. Greenwood to Husseini. Husseini drives in. He's blocked, but he's going to go to the line.
Shooting foul called against USN. Quinn Wheelock is charged with a foul. That's his second personal foul.
So Quinn charged with a foul with about 1:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Tigers down 38-58.
And you know, fouls haven't really been a large contributor in how the Commanders have been able to pull away. It's been even 7 fouls to 17 fouls. And what I think has really been the difference is rebounds. You know, Commanders were able to pull down some offensive rebounds, put those back up. Tigers just haven't been a presence in the paint like we need them to be.
Yeah, we really haven't, and I think rebounds are crucial because they give you extra possessions. And when you're allowing a team to get a lot of offensive rebounds, they're getting more possessions and more opportunities to score. And William Christie Mizell does not hit the rim there. Number 33, Seth Filson, in for the first time. He's a senior. And the missed attempt by Colson Porter. This is Dibble running it up the court. Passes to Chrissy Mizell. Here's Wheelock. Takes a 3 off the mark. Greenfield, a nice job on the rebound. Dibble will take a deep 3. And that one's way off the mark. He struggled to find his shot in the fourth quarter. Nonetheless, he's going to finish with a solid stat line. Though Drew Dibble does not seem to be one to care about stats.
That's right. He'll chuck those shots up all day. I know. And when he's hot, they're great for the Tigers. But I don't think it's necessarily his. When he throws those shots up, it's not as if it's his problem. But the Tigers looking forward to him around the perimeter of the playoffs. That's for sure.
So Quinn got the finish right there and gets another point. He accumulating a little bit of a run here. Tigers still playing hard.
Timeout call. Friendship Christian.
And Friendship Christian is going to call the timeout. with just 9.1 seconds remaining. Quinn Wheelock, a nice little run. And for those of you who don't know, although we are sure the whole USN community does, Quinn Wheelock was second team All-State in Ultimate Frisbee just 2 years ago.
That's right. When we were introducing the players during the senior night, I was a little disappointed to hear that they mentioned he was on the Frisbee team, but they didn't give him those All-State team accolades.
Indeed, and Quinn also a hard worker at the Donut Den. Now, Eli, us being both employees of the Donut Den, describe one of the days waking up to go to the Donut Den.
It's grueling, Jaffe, I'll tell you that. But we all, the three of us, you, me, and Quinn, we've all gotten some great time, some camaraderie together at the Donut Den. And it's great when Dr. Fitz, who's often here on these broadcasts, he comes down there, and Quinn will often spend a lot of the workday with Dr. Fitz down there, often not doing a lot of work, but, not to discredit Quinn's work ethic.
Quinn spends hours talking with Dr. Fitz, learning about mathematical topics ranging from K-theory to calculus.
That's right, and that's not an overestimate. It is literally 2 hours.
And the Tigers still playing hard, 5.1 seconds remaining. Friendship Christian will throw it in. Here's number 5, Colson Porter, who drives to the rack, misses, and at the buzzer, Seth Filson, the senior, is going to score. So the final score is going to be 61-42. Friendship Christian pulling away with a big run in the second half. We'll end senior night, and Eli, we saw the Tigers struggle today to defend and put up points. What do you think they need to do to adjust come round playoff time?
That's right, not the result we were hoping for, but we do have the playoffs to look forward to. Tigers have played a really, really good regular season. Ending the regular season tonight, we're looking forward to the playoff run. And Jaffe, it's been great sharing the booth with you these 2 games. Hopefully it's not my last time with you, but if it is, it's definitely been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. I'm Jackson Jaffe. Alongside me, Eli Horton, wishing you a good night from the Tiger Den. We were happy to bring you senior night, and we'll be happy to bring you some more playoff games down the road. Good night, folks.